amazing soul, Andrea.
Yeah. Oh, this is such a good day. I'm so flexible. And I was like, okay, yoga. And I was like, oh my God, I hate it. This is so boring. It was like, do this.
90 minutes.
Like my students really like it. So like
you need to be a yoga teacher in order to sit still.
Yes, of course. Just accept and let it go. Yes, in Italy is the worst. So I was like, whoa, a different world. The time I had to sleep on the Alma
please
mat.
tell about this experience.
That was a good night actually. It was so much fun. Then the police came and asked me, I'm like, just to calm down. I'll show you for sure. Yeah. Whoa, cool adventure happening.
Hi everyone. Sometimes we might hate Instagram because it takes so much time out of our real life, but this time I'm actually very grateful because thanks to this social media platform I met this amazing soul, Andrea. Back in February I was contacting different people to test Alma travel mat, and I was trying to find all kinds of levels of yoga practitioners and yoga teachers, so I can, be sure that the group is good, that it's suitable for all kinds of practices. So I reached out to Andrea and she agreed to become a part of Alma's story. Please welcome Andrea to our Soul Story project, where our goal is to bring back true values of yoga, and we do it with help with yoga practitioners and yoga teachers around the world. Andrea, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
And thank you so much for being here. I'm very glad that I got a chance to catch you in Toronto.
Yes.
Because you're traveling all around the world. You visited how many countries for the past year?
Oh my God, I think it was like almost 19 countries the past year.
Wow.
Insane.
That's we'll definitely move to that part. But let's start first with what yoga means for you and why you decided to start your yoga journey.
Yeah, well, yoga for me now is more than just a way of exercise. Yoga became like a part of me right now. It's a way of living. And I feel like every time I'm on my mat, either practicing or teaching, I actually go back to the person who I really am. Because I feel like I come from a dance background, where everything was very physical, all about like the competitive mind and like your body, looking how it looks. And with yoga, I feel it's a little bit different. It's more about how it feels, and it's all about how you're feeling inside. It doesn't matter how you're looking, you're perfect just the way you are, and it makes me feel safe every time I'm on my mat. So yoga for me it helps me find the balance, everything that I need to be happy in my day-to-day life. Yeah.
So how did you start your yoga journey?
Well, everything started, as I told you, I was doing my degree in fine arts in dance, actually here in Toronto, in York University. I graduated and I was looking for ways to continue staying in shape, to continue with my flexibility, everything with dance, but in a different way. And I remember my sister told me, like, oh, you should go take this yoga class. It was actually Bikram. Take it and see what it is. And the thing is, back in the day when I was a kid, I tried one time a yoga class and I was like, oh my God, I hate it. This is so boring. It's the worst thing ever. And then I was like, okay, yoga. And I went back after I graduated. I took my first class and I was like, whoa, this is it. I just fall in love with it. And
after Bikram class.
After Bikram. I love Bikram for some reason. At that moment, it was like my maximum. I practiced for a few years. And then I remember in that Bikram studio, a Vinyasa teacher came and taught us a Vinyasa class. I was like, whoa, a different world. Like, oh my God, I love it even more. And I started getting more into Vinyasa, Ashtanga, different styles. I started practicing like almost every day. And I just knew I didn't want to stop that. And that's how everything started.
And how many years have you been practicing?
Practicing yoga, I'll say like about, I don't even know, like 7 years, something like that, on and off. And then like the last 4 or 5 years, it's been like very intense. Yeah, like I don't want to stop it. I just love it so much.
It's interesting that you started with Bikram because I started with Bikram
You
as
did
well,
too?
but I had different experience. I went to every single class during my 1 month's trial, but I can't really say that I enjoyed it that much.
I know.
Because it was very challenging.
It is. It was like do this,
90
do this,
minutes.
do that. Yeah, it was very intense. Like I remember the first one I came out, I almost fainted. I saw black. I was like, "Is that normal?" I called my sister. Like, yeah, it's normal. So I think I like that challenge. I loved it at the moment, but then I found my passion more for the different style of yoga.
And right now, Andrea is actually a yoga teacher. She completed her 2 certifications already. One, it was in a studio in Toronto, 250 hours.
Yes.
And another one, just several months ago, 300 hours in India. Why did you decide to become a yoga teacher?
That's a good question. Like there is so many reasons why I decided, but everything started because I started feeling all these benefits. It was like amazing. It benefits not only in my physical part, but also in my mind, everything. I remember after yoga, like before yoga, I'll be like in a bad mood. After yoga, I'm like, happy, life is good again. So I wanted to be able to share those benefits. Like I wanted everybody else to be able to get that beauty, that magic that yoga has. So I just wanted to make my students feel the same way I feel, and that's how I started doing that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, right now you're doing amazing, and I hope I get a chance to experience more of your classes.
Oh, I hope you come more. Yeah.
Because you make them very creative. You add those challenging poses. You just make them much easier than they look. When you see pictures and those, crazy.
Because it looks like it's, oh my God, so hard, but it's actually not. And for me in my classes, it's all about the transitions. I like the class or the sequence to be smooth. I don't like stopping and going to the other side. Like I like everything to be connected. So that's also part of fun for me to create my classes for every week. And it seems like my students really like it. So I'm happy for that, yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to someone who never practiced before, but just starting exploring their yoga interest, yoga journey?
Yeah, like I honestly, it's so funny because I hear a lot, like friends or people like, oh, I'm not flexible, I should not go to yoga. Like, this is so ironic. That's the reason why you should actually start doing yoga. Like, it doesn't matter how your body is, your shape, anything. Anybody can be in yoga. You just come to your mat and you do whatever works for you. And for those who are just starting right now, starting to practice, like to be committed, to keep going. And you're slowly going to start seeing the benefits. And every time you're going to feel better and better. Just give it time and the patience to be committed to your discipline. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
But yoga can be sometimes very challenging as well. So do you have any tip how to stay committed and motivated to continue practicing?
It's hard. I mean, sometimes even me, I'm like, oh, I want to practice it, but I'm so tired. But I know it's just the moment that when you step on your mat, everything changes. It's just the before. And always having like a goal on mind and be really committed to your discipline. Like, know what you want, see where you want to be in a few days, like in a few weeks, in a few months, like where do you want to take your practice to? Again, it's not about how it looks, it's all about how it feels. So just continue with that and like be strong, and you'll see the benefits little by little. It's amazing.
What kind of advice can you give to those who have been practicing for many years, but they want to bring their practice to a new level, but they do not really know how to approach it?
See, I see that a lot, and also I see people who has been practicing for many years, but they are just stuck in that place, and they feel like that's it, I just got to my limit and I'm just come and do the same things every day and I'm not looking for anything new. But there's always room to grow, and even though you feel like this is my limit, this is my maximum, like honestly, the whole limits are on your mind. And it's all about thinking about the places or the things that you want to achieve, if there is this pose, if there is the arm balance, or if it's even just being able to stay during the whole class in your mat without having to leave the room like a few students that have to, especially for hot yoga. So it's just about just staying there, staying strong, and don't giving up, just being patient. And yoga is all about the patience, and it teaches you to be able to listen to your body and to understand that sometimes maybe it will feel like, oh, this is such a good day, I'm so flexible, everything feels good, and then the next day I'm like, I can't move, I can't even balance in one leg. And just to be able to accept your body and know that every day is a different day.
Yeah, recently I had so much fun because I'm practicing for many years as well, and I couldn't balance in half moon posture, and I was just making fun of myself because it's so interesting to see how your body reacts, depends on different
or depends of your day.
Exactly.
It was so funny. The other day I was taking this class in New York, and the room was so dark. It was like this hip hop class. It was so dark. So something I have very good balance, I guess because of ballet or something. I never struggled with that. I was in that class, and I don't know if it was because it was dark. I couldn't balance in anything, not even in warrior tree. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? It was just that day. I mean, things happen, and you have to just accept and let it go.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect advice. For the past year, you've traveled to so many countries. Did you manage to keep up with your yoga routine?
Oh God, that's a good question, and it was also very challenging, especially when you are traveling so much. You are so tired, you are following this schedule, trying to get to places in a good light, good time, so you're just thinking in everything. And also you want to be able to have time for yourself, to practice. So what I noticed at the beginning, it was tough. I will try to always practice when I come home and do like a little flow at night. And then I realized, okay, I'm getting home and I'm dead. Like, this is not working. And then I start doing it every morning. So if I had to wake up that day at 6:30, I will at least wake up 10 minutes earlier, just 10 minutes. You don't have to do like a whole 2-hour flow. No, just a little time for you to be on your mat, to meditate, to reconnect with yourself, with your body, mind and soul, and to get you ready for the day. At least 10 minutes a day. If you have more time, then go ahead, practice your whole sequence, but just give that time every day. Just be like committed to that, to put that alarm 10 minutes before that. It's okay, you'll be fine, and then you'll feel the benefits from time to time. If you don't do it, the day...
It's really hard to find the time after.
It's so hard. During the day, you're like, okay, I just want to chill right now. Like, you don't think about it, so it's better to do it before the day starts.
Perfect. Do you have any specific sequence, like short sequence, that you usually practice on the go?
Well, like normally, if it's just on the go, like a quick one, I'll do between child pose, cat and cow, and then some Surya Namaskara A and B. Simple as that. And then finishing on my child's pose or a little bit of meditation, just like that. Nothing crazy. I don't do anything like going crazy or anything. It's just for you to be able to be back on your mat and on your body.
Can you just show us some of them?
Yeah, it's so simple. I'll show you for sure. Yeah.
You took last year to travel around the world. Which country did you like the most and why?
Oh my God, that's so easy. I mean, I love everywhere, but my favorite was India. India was just like so unique, so perfect, so different. Like the colors, the smells, the food, the yoga, everything about India. It was just so unique. Like you're walking on the street, the cow is walking, the monkey takes your phone. Like everything happens in India, and it's just so perfect. And like people is happy, you know. Like you see everything, and just people is just there with you, very accepting. I just loved it. And in the yoga aspect, the best teachers I have had on my life. Honestly, yeah, like we are nothing compared to them. They are like incredible. So the whole thing, India was just unbelievable.
Can you describe maybe some key differences that you've noticed in terms of the practice? Because not many of us had a chance to experience the beauty of the country which actually originated yoga, right?
Where yoga was born. Some of the things I noticed, like when I was practicing here or back in Canada or Mexico, I felt like it was all about the physical aspect. I tried to get more in the internal part, but I didn't feel like in this side of the world was something that was actually people focus on that. I went there thinking like, oh, it's gonna be all spiritual, I'm excited, but actually no, it was a really good balance. I learned not only about the meditation part, pranayama, all of these things that we never touch here when we are in Canada. I never had like a whole hour of class of pranayama or meditation or sound healing. Those kind of things are like so unique. But also in your regular practice, Hatha or Flow or Ashtanga, the way that they take you into the poses, the way that you have the alignment, the adjustments, it's so different to how we are taught here in Canada or in North America, in the west side of the world. It like kind of like opens like a little thing here in your head. You're like, oh wow, I never thought you can actually get to this pose in this way, or you can actually get deeper into this pose doing this. Like little things like that the teachers are just incredible, and they are able to read your body and tell you exactly what you need to go to be able to get a little further. So yeah, no, it was amazing. Yeah.
Beautiful. But you're describing yoga teacher's experience, right?
Yeah.
Did you try any classes in India as well?
Yeah, I did practice in a few studios around India, and I loved it. A few of my favorite teachers I have had, different types. One of them, like for example, it was Hatha, and I normally like the practices that is like very flowy, you know, like that's how I teach. But with him, it was stopping, but it was unbelievable. And like the way he will like, I like to say choreograph because I come from the dance background, but it's not the right word. The way that he sequenced the class, it was in a way that you will be able to build everything, prepare for the final pose. Beautiful. And it actually, you get to the pose and you're like, okay, this is not even that hard as you thought it will be. It's just like, they are genius.
Yes, that's a sign of a great teacher.
Amazing. Yeah, I learned so much from them and the classes and everything. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I look forward to try it one day.
We'll go together. I'll take you to India. You're gonna love it.
So excited.
Yeah.
So what are your plans now? Are you planning to stay in Toronto for longer, or are you planning to go back to traveling? Which lifestyle do you like the most?
See, that is a very, very hard question, because I love traveling and I love having a routine life where I'm teaching and doing what I love. But for now, I spent 1 year traveling. I think I'm gonna stay at least 1 year in Toronto. I'm focusing on with my students. I do have some projects, some retreats planned, workshops. This is gonna be my main goal this year. A little travels from time to time, like I'm going to Mexico in Christmas time, things like that, but nothing such a long journey yet, not yet, but hopefully the year after, another cool adventure happening.
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, Andrea usually films all her steps or all her journeys on her Instagram. What I love about it, it's so realistic, and it's a great opportunity to see the country through Andrea's eyes. And if you guys follow Andrea on Instagram, I'm sure you will enjoy the same way as I do now. At some point, I would start my day actually watching Andrea's stories and see where she is right now and save all the recommendations. So my phone is full of screenshots, of the places where she visited and what she liked. So thanks for that. I know it takes a lot of time, but
it takes time, but it became like the camera became like my other friend, like, oh, look, this is happening. Sometimes I'm traveling by myself, so it was fun for me to share that with other people. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, especially the festival in India.
Oh my God.
The Color Festival.
Holy Week. Wow.
Yes.
Or
it was incredible to see.
That was intense. The time I had to sleep on the
Alma
please
mat. Tell about this experience.
So I was going on a train from Dharamsala to Varanasi, and we bought the tickets, but we didn't know it was such a thing as being on hold, waiting. So we just got into the train and we realized we actually don't have a seat, and we're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And we're already on the train, so we just stayed there and we're like, okay, nobody's gonna realize anything. We found 2 spots. Then the police came and asked, where are your tickets? I'm like, we bought them, we paid for them, here it is. And he's like, no, you don't have tickets. And we were like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And he just left. So we're like, okay. And then the people who were sitting on the train, they let us stay in between the 2 seats. It was like a little space there. Thankfully I have my mat. It was always with me everywhere. So I just roll it out. That was my bed for the day, on the floor in between the 2 beds, and just slept there. Oh, that was a good night actually. It was so much fun. Such an adventure.
I was, my day started very interestingly because I'm checking Andrea's story and they see Alma travel mat she used to sleep on the train. I'm like, okay, now I can say that it's been tested everywhere in all conditions.
Everywhere, all conditions, everything.
No, I'm glad that it was able to support you even on that crazy journey.
It did completely. The whole year I traveled with it. It was so amazing. And the best thing is that you can just put it in the laundry and then it's washed and it's perfect. Especially when you're in India, like it's a lot of dirt everywhere. That was like the best. Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm so glad. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're trying to establish your routine and just try to, settle in a little bit. Can you describe your usual morning routine or whatever helps you to go through the day, or maybe how, any specific way you end your day?
Mm-hmm. So I normally try to wake up in a normal day life. If I'm not teaching early morning, let's say I'm start teaching at 12. I try to wake up now what I call early, no later than 9 a.m. I really realized, because before I used to work on a full-time job and I had to wake up super early, I had no life. But I realized that if I wake up after 9 a.m., I'm tired all day. It's such a weird thing. Waking up before 9, I wake up slowly and I do usually a smoothie. Every morning I have a smoothie, different type of smoothie. And that's why in Thailand I was like so in love with my smoothies. They're the best smoothies in the world. Anyway, so I make my smoothie and then I come sit on the mat. I try to meditate after I drink the smoothie, and then I try to practice. I either have a practice on something specific or just a regular flow, just to wake me up and be ready for the day. After that, I shower, get ready, and then I either go teaching. And when I come back home, I do not practice. I'm done from teaching of the day, but I get home and I try to also come back into my mat and just sit and meditate what happened during the day. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, anything. And just to calm down, shower and then sleep. That's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's a routine.
How much time do you usually allocate for that morning practice in terms of yoga and meditation?
Depends. If I'm not teaching in the morning, sometimes I can even be on my mat for 2-3 hours. I like it, and it's not like I'm practicing the whole time. I do some things sometimes and sit. Maybe I talk to my mom and then I go back into my mat, when I have a long time. But when it's usually I don't have that much time, I do 1 hour here in Toronto. I start with the meditation 10 minutes and then I flow for 40, rest a little bit for 10, and then I continue with my day.
Beautiful. yeah, morning routines usually do help.
Yeah, and it's so funny, like normally people just in my house, like they stay in the sofa or things like that, but I spend the most time of the day on my mat sitting on the floor. Sometimes I'm not even doing yoga, I'm just on the mat on the phone. Like it makes me feel better. So yeah, that's like my home.
It's like a connection.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, how did you like practicing on Alma travel mat?
Oof.
If you can share with
whoever
is watching.
If everybody saw my stories, you'll know how much I loved it. It was the best. Number one thing is like so light that you put it and you can have it in your backpack and it's ready on the go every single time. But the thing about the travel mats that I have tried before is that they are skinny, but then you don't feel the support, or they are so like you're sliding every time you have your hands on the floor. This one had like the perfect. It's like if you have a mat with the towel on top. It's like 2 in 1, and also the hands. You're able to like really, what's the word, grip? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the grip on the mat. It's amazing. And my favorite was that you can actually just bend it like that, fold it like that, and put it in the backpack. I will normally put it in the side back part where the bottle goes. I just put it there. And it was perfect. That's why I was able to access it every time, everywhere, put it on top of anything, never anything happened. So honestly,
I'm so happy to hear.
Oh, it made my life. I had another one prepared that I was going to take for travel, and then she contacted me because I was in Milan back then.
Yes, I was like, when you were in Italy.
It was like perfect timing. I'm about to start my Asia trip, and then she sent out like, drop the other one, and then I took this one to my trip.
It was just meant to be because
perfect timing.
The mat arrived just on the day.
On the day I was leaving. Literally.
It was insane.
Yeah. It was meant to be, destiny.
Unfortunately, local post is not reliable at all.
Yes, in Italy is the worst. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, customer service is not the greatest.
They're enjoying the life, so they're taking their time. Right?
They have a different type of lifestyle. Amazing lifestyle. I had an amazing time there, but
amazing espresso and pizza.
Oh, everything. Even like outside where I was staying, it was a market every Thursday, and the fruits and the vegetables were so fresh every day. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. So, do you think you would recommend it to anyone?
Yes, of course. For your normal practice, it's also good because who wants to be carrying like these heavy mats to come to the studio? So yeah, I recommend it for that, and especially if you're traveling. Best mat ever. So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Andrea,
it was such a pleasure to be here with you, to ask you questions, to learn more about you. I'm actually so happy that we got a chance to connect in real life, because whatever you see on the stories, you just you can multiply it by 10 and you get the person who is even much more open to the world and very beautiful inside and out. So I'm very happy to have you in my life, and I'm very grateful for our connection. And thank you so much, guys, for listening, for watching us. If you want to ask any questions, or if you would like to be our next guest, please contact us at support@almastory.com. Please check us on our website, almastory.com. And I'm going to include all the links where you can find Andrea and where you can see all her inspiring and beautiful pictures on Instagram. Do you have a blog by any chance?
No, but a website is about to happen. I'll let you know,
Awesome. And also Andrea is planning a retreat very soon. Yes, I'm very excited about it. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy it if you join. So please stay tuned, and till next time.
Bye.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you so much.